Welcome to Stello Stadium as the Goffstown Grizzlies take on the Panthers of Nashua North in varsity boys soccer. I'm Hugh DeBrule, and with me is Joe Borges. Jared Green is behind the camera. Your Goffstown Grizzlies are now 3-4-3, tied for 13th place in the division with Londonderry and Concord. Goffstown's last result was a scoreless tie with Londonderry. In many ways, the teams were similar, but Londonderry had a better time of it in terms of moving the ball. Both have had trouble scoring all season, and both had trouble scoring on each other. Nothing new there. Scoring has been Goffstown's problem all season long, and if we don't find a way to eke out some more goals in the last third of the season, it will be difficult to make the playoffs. Nashua South is now in 4th place with an 8-2 record, the 2 losses coming against Manchester Central and, surprisingly, Londonderry. Before you get your hopes up, though, you have to realize that while most of Nashua South's opposition has been pretty average, the Panthers have really run up the score against these opponents. They've done a number on several of the teams we've played. They beat Portsmouth 4-1, Memorial 7-1, and Pinkerton 5-1. So this team can score 40 goals so far in 10 games, but this team also gives up a fair number of goals, 15 over the same span of time. This game will be a very tough one for us, and it marks the last of a string of difficult matches that started with Bedford last week. After this game, it won't be smooth sailing, but we will have chances to play opponents that are not quite as capable. These include the likes of Salem, Dover, Exeter, BG, and Merrimack, only one of which has a winning record, which is Exeter at 5-4-2. Out of these 5 teams, though, we will need to find something like 3 wins to make the playoffs. So let the games begin here.
Yeah, and I think the challenge we're going to have today is Miles Green is nursing a sprained ankle, and so he's not in goal, and the backup goaltender is still in concussion protocol, not cleared for contact, so we've got Isaac Borges in the goal.
Wow. Yeah, that is a big story. And, you know, it's a big story because he's in goal, but it also means that we have another spot to fill in the field again, right? So it means the team is even stretched out more than it usually is, or I guess our talent is stretched more than it usually is.
But Isaac's excited he doesn't have to run as much during the game, and this means that he will have played every position out there this year. So.
Well, how Isaac feels is very important, but there's also the team to keep in mind, right?
Oh, no, I think our whole team would rather have Miles in there, but, you know.
So, yeah, it looks like Yeah, Pelletier is going to be playing in the central back position here, and it probably means, you know, Joe Lambert is starting, which is probably a result of Borges being in the net.
And Jackson's up at attack and mid, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, maybe. He actually tried to take a shot. Oh, here we go. This is not good. Real speed here.
Oh, yes. No save for Isaac.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking, like, I couldn't tell again, you know, since he's not maybe the most experienced goalie, I couldn't tell whether he was relaxing because that thing was going in or he was relaxing because it was going out.
I don't know. If I was them, I'd kick him at his toes. That's where I would be aiming for.
Well, I think an experienced goalie kind of knows where the goal is behind him pretty well. And that's not a bad goal kick. The good thing is he does good goal, you know. He can do that. And also, one of the people we're seeing here is Foytho is on the field starting. He hasn't started for a while, so I think that's another result of yeah,
and he did early in the year on defense.
Oh, no, he did.
Not up front, so hopefully he's feeling a little bit better.
Well, you know, good sign he's not wearing the knee brace, which he's been wearing at every single game since he got hurt, so that's a good sign.
I think you'll see more Colby today, and he's been stepping in and doing a nice job.
Yeah, especially at left back.
Yeah, I think you'll see him more on defense than we have in the past couple games, and given the experience that he's had, it's not like you're throwing someone in there that hasn't been playing.
No, which is fantastic.
Right.
I mean, one of the great things about, I mean, it's not great being stretched like this, but one of the good things we've discovered that there are some people on this team who are, oh boy.
It was offsides.
Yeah, but really darn good, right? You know, like Colby. Right. Colby can hold his own in Division I competition. And we've also seen, for instance, you know, Renaud Pelletier has really stepped up this season. I mean, he's been great, like, all season long. So we've made some nice discoveries over the course of the season. And we also see Nick Martin, I think, starting up top on the left. So let's see if Borges can. That's a nice ball.
In a little bigger field they're playing on too, and I don't know whether that's truly an advantage for us.
No, because no matter how wide the field is, we usually find a way to make it much smaller. I think a team like Nashua South is going to use all the space. Look at that, just like that, right? Switching fields like that.
And you say they use all the space. They still have 20 yards on the other side of them. That yellow line's a long way out there.
It is.
Oh, there we go, using a little space ourselves.
Nice look. DeBrule is like all by himself.
He had me fooled
nice
on
look.
That one.
See, we keep possession when we keep it wide.
Yep.
Whoops.
Oh, just missed it, just a little bit.
Yeah. So Panthers moving the ball a bit, left to right, laterally, and coming up the middle.
I think the Panthers are certainly one of those top teams when you think about the teams that could contend for a title this year.
Although in their game against Central, they really it seems like they got beaten pretty decisively. But their schedule's not actually that bad. We have a tougher schedule than they do. I mean, we have to face Bedford and Central and South. You know, but I still think I would still say they're like they're maybe a half cut below the very top.
Right.
Right. You got your Bedfords and your Centrals.
Hanover.
Yeah, Hanover's pretty good, and then you got South. And they're about where they belong. I think they're like they're a fourth place team, so they're going to get a good seed for the playoffs for sure. Nicely done by Gorton.
It's a pretty nice day. I was wondering whether we were going to get any rain, but it's pretty comfortable out right now.
Now, I remember the last time we drove up here, like some of us experienced a torrential
pouring, right?
downpour. Yeah. Although I guess Jared didn't see anything.
Oh, the sun always shines around Jared.
That's touching.
Yeah.
Nicely done by Fantaselli. Pelletier brings it down.
Ronnie Morgan over there. That's
he's
going to
get
get
it. He's going to get it. I guess there's a lot of field left over there.
There really is.
Oh, Morgan gives it away.
I know when I was watching the North game on tape, because I wasn't around when you guys did it, you kept thinking that white line was the line that's out, but it's clearly not.
But yeah, the soccer field is the biggest field on this turf, right? I mean, it's the yellow line, and the yellow line is closest to the edge on all sides. So there's a lot of field to use. And if memory serves, I believe the size of a soccer field in high school, it's a range. If it falls within a certain range, it's usable. There's a push off right there.
That was interesting that they kind of they looked like they asked Isaac to change it a little bit there and not just boot it. He took a little off it to get it to the midi rather than the attacking mid.
So Fantaselli's going to take one from the half line. That's going to be kind of a.
Oh, look at Joe. Joe's way in.
Yeah. That's going to be a deal for him to get it over there.
That's pretty far.
Yeah, it is pretty far. From the 50 to the 10,
right.
That's like a good 40 meters, 40 yards.
Or 40 yards.
Yeah, 40 yards. A meter's a little bit longer. A meter's about 3 inches longer than a yard.
Yeah, we know. We know you watch real soccer. You got meters.
Well, yeah, I start using words like the pitch and all that kind of, and match, yeah. But
this is a quality match.
Over 40 yards, that would be 120 inches. That's nothing to sneeze at. That is a good ball. Ooh, and Fantaselli's tracking back on that one. And that's going to be a corner, I believe.
Corner or throw?
Corner. Maybe it's,
Nope, throw.
It's a throw. Whoa, and he threw it from way behind. Yeah,
back where it went
but maybe he wanted more space. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a corner.
I thought it was a corner. He was pointing like it was a corner.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. We don't have the best angle to judge from here. Oh, that's a nice ball. Oh, you know what they say, positioning is 90% of goaltending, and Isaac was in the right place. So
I actually thought he should have tried to come up and get that one, but
I
think that's what Miles is usually pretty aggressive on.
Well, that's an experienced keeper. Look at that. That's not a bad punt. Just think what we could do if he was the keeper all the time. That ball would be sailing a good 80 yards, which would be about 75 meters. I'm just kidding. I have no idea how that translates.
South does keep their shape nice.
They do. Look how wide they are. Yeah. I mean, they're not all the way to the yellow line, but my God, they are pretty spread out.
They're wider than our field.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And we don't even use all of that one.
Oh, geez, I know. Just think what would happen if we had a smaller field.
Our D is staying back, though.
No.
Yeah, he's off right there.
Yep, he is. You're right. Well, he came off of an offside position to get the ball, if you noticed that.
Right.
And that's a no-no. Oh, nice by Gorton. Let's see if we can control this. Bring it down. There we go.
Nice job, Joey. Ooh, a little congested there, though.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice look. Oops.
That's good.
Oh, DeBrule got a foot on it, but not strong enough. Oops.
Here, Coach Levering saying be better. I think I don't know if they need to get rid of it quite as quick as they think they do. It's not like in that Londonderry game where they seem to be on you immediately. These guys are staying wide. They're not double or tripling the ball.
Like I think you're right. I mean, except when you pass it to the guy who's got somebody a yard away from him, and then he's got no time.
Because we don't have good spacing, right?
Right, because we don't have good spacing, exactly, right? And it's like, oh, I don't want it. I'll give it to the guy who's 3 yards away, who's got a guy who's a yard away from him. So, which is kind of the story, right? If we spread out a little bit, I think we would allow the guys who are receiving the ball more of a chance to control. And this is a nice chance
pass
right there.
Oh, I thought he was going to go back out to Foytho on the other side.
Yep. A nice ball. Nice ball again.
Good one touch.
Good.
There you go.
Now we got people open, right? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I really don't want them to go back to the well there. I think
really
they should switch it.
Swing it, because look at Martin.
Yeah. Well, look at Martin and look at Lambert.
Yeah.
They're both of them wide open, and now we're forcing it into this congested space. That was an opportunity to switch.
Well, the crowd's starting to fill in.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we're pushing capacity right now. Oh. All right, we got to get rid of that faster.
Oh, I think it's
it's ours. It's Goffstown, yeah. I don't know what I thought maybe if he thought if he was pretending that it was theirs.
Told me to bounce off him.
Oh, that's not a bad throw.
It's a good throw.
But, he had options. He had open options. Gorton, as I used to say, right?
They're saying corner.
Sometimes your closest exit is behind you.
Oh, looks like we got a corner there.
All right, and it looks like Martin's going to take it. So not a lot of subs sitting on the bench right now.
I only see 3.
4? No. Well, I don't know. I think one might have a jersey or a fleece on.
Yeah. Josh has a.
Yeah.
Yep.
But still, only 4. That's it. I think there are going to be some positions that are not getting a lot of relief today. That's not a bad ball, but that was a good save by the keeper. Oh, a little bit of trouble. Let's see if somebody can come back and help Morgan.
Oh, this is.
Oh. Ah, that's unlucky, unfortunate.
There you go, Joe.
Oh, boy, now we're really congested there.
Yeah.
And the problem is when you're congested, your passes have to be perfect.
They got to be perfect or swing that thing.
Right. But the thing is our passes are often not perfect, so it might be better just to swing it.
You got to remember, too, it's turf. They played on they played on turf before, but a little quicker there as well. So.
Oh, DeBrule on one-man rampage here. He was mad for some reason. I'm not sure why. I think he was afraid that if he didn't get that guy, Randy would yank him.
Or he's afraid if he didn't get that guy, they'd have a shot on Isaac.
Oh, gee. Yeah, that.
He knows his buddy.
Our worst
sticking
nightmares.
Up for his buddy. Right.
We realize our worst nightmares. Whoops. Oh, Joey McNeil doing a good job, but now
he's by himself.
Foytho's all by himself. Well,
good run. Good run by Ronnie.
Oh, that's not a great ball.
Enough.
No, it's not wide enough at all.
It didn't go. Yeah, it didn't go too deep.
And I don't think McNeil had to rush that one. I think he had time. So I see a lot of options here because they got a lot of options because, look, they can always swing it anytime they want, but they're going to go for the long ball up the middle. And that's not a bad ball at all, but Gorton's on it. Nicely done, but that's going to be a corner. You're right. Yeah, I mean, you would rather win the head ball, right, than have to defend after the guy's trapped it.
I mean, it's good that Gorton's got the speed to get back. But
yeah.
It's always better to keep it further away from the goal.
Yeah.
That's my philosophy.
You'd rather play defense on the other team's half than on your own. So, is that Pelletier?
Yep.
Yeah, and
or is that Ronnie?
Oh, that was Ronnie. You're right. Oh, look at this, Foytho.
Go Foytho.
He's got nobody to pass to. He might
Martin's
as well.
Barreling up. Joe's barreling up. Keep going, Joe.
But
keep going. The other defender is way deep.
Yeah. So at least we keep the throw in. We can keep possession. Santoro's wide open. There's the wise choice there by Morgan.
Now move it.
Why not swing it back? Instead of
they
forcing
keep going that way. I don't know
you know,
whether
it's because they're
righties.
facing.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
they're righties and they're facing that direction, but they don't realize who's behind them. There's all
Right.
that space behind them. You swing it instead of sending it into congestion like that. Oh, that's an interesting ball.
Oh boy.
Oh, jeez. Lambert, I wish sometimes Lambert would use his left foot. It'd make things a lot easier.
For him. Yeah.
And for, like, I wouldn't feel like I was having a cardiac arrest. Look at that. I think we found ourselves a new keeper.
Yeah, Isaac, you know, if Kyle didn't kick for the football team, I think he would have liked to.
You know, it's like if what is it? Like Miles Green was like Wally Pipp, then Isaac Borges would be like Lou Gehrig, right? He'd just take over the position forever. Oh boy. Oh, that was a nice look, but just nothing doing. Just too much white. And too much alertness.
It's been a pretty competitive game so far.
Yeah, yeah.
You wonder whether the fewer subs will
tell.
bite us.
Yeah, in the second half, I think it'll begin to tell.
Yeah.
Well,
there's a lot of players on that south bench. I don't know how deep he usually plays, but.
Yeah, they got 10 guys waiting on the bench, and we've got 4. And I'm going to wonder if there are some positions that we just can't fill.
Well, I think there's going to be some people that aren't going to see a lot of spells. I don't think you're going to see Tiago come out of the game.
I know.
You're not going to see Caleb come out.
Right, and I mean, and you know what? You rely on those guys, those backs, not to make mistakes, and that's a hard thing to do when you're playing all game, when you're tired. Yeah, exactly.
With an inexperienced keeper in the goal.
You like to emphasize that.
Yeah. I'm just
no,
building expectations.
You know, in the second half, though, what was it? The second half? No, maybe it was the first half actually.
How come that back heel?
Ooh. Oh, he makes. Did he just pick that up with one arm? Did he just do an Odell Beckham on the?
I don't think that was intended.
Yeesh.
I think the turf got to him. It's a nice
throw.
Well,
the turf. Yeah, but the turf is pretty even, you know.
No, but I mean, I think it bounced off it a little quicker than he was expecting, and he didn't quite.
So Pelletier with some time. Yeah,
he didn't quite get there as quick as he thought he was going to.
Oh, got to trap that cleaner, and that's got to be a lot faster. Because they're
look at Renault though, running back.
I know, but
cover.
they're eating Lambert's lunch right here. Oh, nice.
That was a nice play by Tiago. They got a little too many passes in there. It looks like the Bruins on first line on offense.
Well, they're too crowded there, right? Yeah. That pass had to be ultra perfect, but they were operating with a very low margin right there. So Bartolucci is coming in for Lambert.
Yeah, we figured we'd see more of Colby today. He's given him some good minutes so far this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Boy, it's a funny back line, you know. Not a lot of size, but a fair amount of speed. I mean, Gorton and Fantaselli.
Gordon and Fantaselli are good size.
Yeah, they're good size.
And obviously Trevor's pretty good size too. He's not tall, but he's
But we often have
stout.
Pelletier and Bartolucci back there, and Santoro's not exactly tall.
No, but
you got to admit
he's big.
Yeah,
he's strong.
Yeah, somebody's got to give some pressure here. I'm not sure why we're.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I think some of them know they got to pace themselves a little more in this game than they do in others. Where you come in, you kind of give it your really.
Oh, that's a nice ball.
That's a great ball.
And Fantaselli's coming out. Somebody's gonna have to pick
21.
up. Yep. Oh, geez. Good job by Bartolucci there to put himself in the mix, and I think his presence might have had an influence on that.
Oh, I think it did.
Poor shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good for him to come all the way out from the flank and bring it into the middle there. Foytho, not a lot to work with, nobody to help him.
You know, he had Ronnie on that other side, though, and really no one in between.
I think you got to spend some time. Ooh, he did not give Fantaselli a nice hand to deal with.
Yeah, good job by Fantaselli.
Yeah.
That could have been dangerous.
Nice.
Good job, Trev.
And nicely done by Trevor. Well, we got to win this ball back. We can't just let them.
It's been in here a while. This is one of those times where you know, if you get near it, just boot it out because it's been down here too long.
Nicely done. Somebody's got to get in the. That's
what we needed.
An unlikely shot. Yeah, we need a little break here. Oof. All right, so Borges rolling up his sleeves to go to work. Boom! Look at that. Not bad. Not bad at all. 45-yard goal kick.
Oh, come get it. Come
Yep.
get it.
All right. Putting in some volleyball skills to work there.
You're not allowed to catch the volleyball.
No, I know, but you're jumping. He's jumping up, right? It's that hand-eye coordination, right?
I'll tell you, he was out playing volleyball on Sunday morning when it was 39 degrees out on an outside court at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Was this for fun, or was this part of a?
He thought that was fun. Yep.
Who's he playing with?
Just some kids
friends?
and his uncle.
Oh, okay, yeah. I remember Sunday. That was cold. That was a cold morning. Ooh, that ball looks like it was mishit by Fantaselli. So we're halfway through the half. Still a scoreless tie.
It's been a pretty even game.
Yeah, I think certainly South has possessed more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, we say that a lot, don't we?
Yeah.
It's been an even game, but the other team has possessed more. They just haven't quite found a way in yet. But if we,
he
he came from an offsides position.
The first one to touch it.
Yep. That's a good call.
Yeah, it was one you were looking for earlier too.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not a call you see very often. I think referees are trying to look at so much they don't always catch that one. Oh, that's going to be a white throw.
Get a throwaway up there.
Yeah.
Isaac was telling him to back up. I think he feels good today. Yep.
So Pelletier is going to take this one.
Oh, here comes Nick. In for Nick. That makes it easy. Still only one Nick out there.
Whoops.
Oh, keep it in.
Nope. So Martin and DeBrule and Lambert are out. And freshman Nick Aramita is in.
Who else
Mason.
Oh, Mason.
Andy
there he
Mason.
goes. Yep, I missed him at first.
Oh, we got to be a little bit. We got to get that ball.
So this is the place of Nick's first goal.
That's right.
Yeah, so maybe.
Oh, Bartolucci gets a foot on it. Almost had a nice ball there. Now Gorton's off to the races with this.
Well, they got to get back and support.
Yeah.
Look at Bartolucci
There's
get back.
a lot of guys
Good
getting
for him.
back. Look at
him.
this. All of them. I have to say the defense has done a much better job this season than last season of getting back.
I think so, too. And I actually think the team in general, even though they had a little more speed last year, I think you see them getting back a lot better than they did last year.
Well, I think sometimes effort and intelligence is worth more than natural speed.
Right.
These guys realize they have to get back, and they start getting back as soon as they can, and they're really good about that. And I think that's one of the reasons we don't usually give up a lot of goals. Yeah, we don't give up a ton of goals. Oh. Nicely done. Gordon's been locked in a battle with number 15 on this side of the field for much of the game, and so far so good. Whoops. Oh, it's not a bad ball.
Oh, good job for Mason, though, following the ball.
Oh, geez. Got to get that. Whoops. See, that's where a left foot comes in handy.
Yeah, it does.
When you're facing in that direction, you want to send it upfield instead of to the sideline like that. And now we still haven't gotten control of this ball. Oh, boy. Oh, I really don't like this at all.
Good job by Trev.
Nice.
I think Trev's had a couple really good clears.
I agree with you. I completely agree. I just don't like the way these offensive plays for South are developing.
No, we've been down
Look
here
at this.
a lot.
Offsides. Well, look, it's good to see Borges ready to throw his body out there, but he's got to hold on to the ball. Because if it gets by him, then
there's no one there, yeah.
No, but they'll run by him. And then
I imagine it's not a great feeling having him barreling towards you as the goalie.
No, probably not.
When you're, I don't know how big the guy on the outside was, but he looks like 5 feet.
That is a long goal kick. And there, Nashua South getting back to work.
Yeah, I think they've definitely picked up their play a little bit in the past 10 minutes or so.
Well, I think they've been. It took them a little while to figure things out, right?
Right.
But I don't think it's going to work if they keep bringing it up the middle like that. That's not going to be what gets them a goal. It's just going to compress the defense a bit.
Well, they listen to you and they get it wide this time.
Yeah, exactly. But it gives them more space, right? I still think the team that uses space the best is Bedford. I really think they're very.
I think so as well. Watching that tape, they did a really nice job, and even on a smaller field.
Yeah. Well, last year when we played them.
Oh, go get it.
Last year when we played them, that was really in evidence.
Terrible weather.
Oh, I know.
Terrible game.
But, you know, it was like their wings were right on the sideline all game long, and they just made the ball do the work, and we were just chasing that ball all game long.
And they have speed. They not only do that.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
Oh, dangerous play.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a terrible game to watch. Remember, it got called like 5 minutes early because the field was starting to flood. A turf field was beginning to flood.
That's how hard it was raining.
I know. It was a dreadful, dreadful day for soccer. So I don't like the looks of this either.
I don't think this is the place you generally want to be.
No, you don't want to foul somebody right there, right?
It would be nice if we got a taller wall, too.
It's like about 7 yards outside of the box.
I think they found the shortest kids and put them on the wall.
Nice. Oh, he was equal to the challenge. Did you
Oh,
see
he
him
was.
like
He was
glide in the
gliding.
air like a bird?
Oh, and look at that throw.
That's good. Oh,
that's a great.
That was a great look.
That was. You know what? If he didn't put his head on that, that was going to be right where it needed to be. That was a good idea.
That was a good shot. Yeah, I mean, a good pass. So does that count as a save?
Oh, I would think so.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
If the keeper had let it in, it would have gone into the goal, right?
Yeah, I think that's a save.
All right. Well, are we going to say that's our first shot?
Oh, no, I think they had a couple.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean for us?
Yeah.
No, that's not a save.
Oh,
they headed it back to him.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
How do they score an own goal? Do they score an own goal for the last player that touched it, or is it just?
No, from the guy who shot it.
Right. So even if
somebody touches it, it's still somebody touches it on the way in. They're going to give credit to the guy who shot it.
Gotcha.
Because look at it this way, like what if you took a shot and it just skimmed a defender on its way in, right? You'd still get credit for that, right? There we go. Boy, we really, really lean on Fantaselli a lot. I mean, we really do, you know? I'm kind of thinking, you know, earlier in the season we said, well, this is a team without a ton of superstars, but if there were a couple of people who got injured on this team, we'd really be a deep hole. I'm thinking of Gorton. I'm thinking of Fantaselli.
Yep.
You know, whoa.
Oh, I don't know what happened there. I thought he was coming to get it, and then.
Well, he needs to. They need to communicate.
Yeah. Whoopsie.
Whoops. Yeah. Whoops is right. That is a great look. Oh, geez. They're fishing for a foul, but it doesn't look like they're going to get that. And I don't really think there was anything there.
Not enough there, anyway.
No.
The ref is talking to him a little bit, probably saying.
Actually, I think he's talking to a Nashua player.
Oh.
And I think he's telling him to can it. Yeah, look. Yeah, see?
Yep.
That's. All right. He said can it, and then they shook hands on it. Like it's a deal.
I think that's one of the captains, I think.
Oh. Are they asking him to take a breather? Oh, 17. I know 17.
Oh, they can't.
That's Jake Dukeshire.
Huh. They can't really do that, can they?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, there's 11 on the field now.
Yeah, so he was on the field when that thing started.
Yeah. Boy, yeah, kind of congested on the right side, so they're going to swing it wide, and that's a great look. Offsides. Yep. So Borges sending it down, kind of low, powerful.
Oh, good job by Foytho
Yeah,
getting that. He wasn't in a great spot.
No, but he really did a good job.
Yeah.
But too much purple.
Good job from Mason.
Nice. Foytho. What do you see, Foytho? Ay. Nicely done by Andy Mason to recover that ball, but he's got to control it and pass it ASAP. They got to talk on this one. And that is properly Gorton's ball because he's facing forward.
He's facing forward, yeah.
So here we are congested on the right side of our left side of the field.
Same for them. They really got to move the ball too,
Yeah, no, I'm saying they're kind of spending a lot of time on this side of the field, and there's a lot of purple and a lot of white. Now they're going to swing it wide again. And that makes sense.
I will say Morgan's staying pretty. He's keeping his width on that side with that player out there too.
He is absolutely. Yeah, and he's also coming back on defense.
Yep.
You'll see it. He's done some good work on defense too a couple times.
You just get nervous. South is, they found a few guys. They're putting a little more pressure on. And
Yep. Oh, look at Foytho. Nice battle there. Nice. So Mason's got a whoops.
That's not bad, actually.
Well, we've already seen a couple of foot races between 5 and Aramita, and Aramida's lost every one of them.
Yeah, like I said, further away from the goal, the better.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. But you'd like to see some control here. So it looks like Martin and DeBrule are going in. And Mason and Foytho are coming out. So Foytho, the first spell for him, I thought he's done pretty well without anything. Like he's sort of like a poker player who has like nothing in his hand, and he's still been able to.
And you wonder whether he's 100% healthy either. He hasn't been playing as much as he used to.
And he might be a little bit. I would say like his fitness might not be quite what
he was
you'd
out
want.
for a while.
Mm-hmm. So 9 minutes left in the half. If we can kind of weather this storm, I think. Oh, nice talking back there by the big man. Yeah, right. Ooh, looks like something Santa Claus would have kicked.
His dad's built a little more like Santa Claus than he is.
Oh, let's see here. Gorton. All right, that's going to go.
Say get it out. It's good talk, too.
Yeah. No, we play better when we talk. I haven't heard a ton of talk in this game so far. And we've gotten our signals crossed a few times, but oh, look, that ball's going to stay in for a little bit. So swinging it out wide again. They haven't spent a lot of time bringing the ball on that side in the half. It's all been on the right.
Both teams, really.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, our right, their right. Yeah, you're right. Interesting.
Oh, that's a good
nice step. Nicely done by Pelletier.
And a nice
trap. Nice look by DeBrule, and that's not a bad ball at all.
I think Ronnie was looking for it on the inside, though.
Yep, he was headed toward the inside, and the ball caught him.
It was
off
a
balance.
good spot by Martin, actually, because there was no defender back there. And
those were good one-touch passes, and it's just unfortunate nothing materialized.
I thought it was a good trap by Renault, really, on a pretty hot ball.
Oh, look at Aramita close the distance here.
He heard you say he couldn't race him.
Yeah, he'd lost every foot race so far.
Well, not that one.
Oh, Martin, all by himself.
Go
now.
Go get it.
Now. What? Oh, offsides? No, what was it? Pushing? Oh, it was a push on Nashua South.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you give
him a advantage?
Yeah, I mean Nick had advantage, I think.
So DeBrule. So now that Borges is in goal, another factor is now DeBrule's taking the free kicks.
Well, they had Fanicelli take the other one, so I wonder.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a pass to DeBrule.
That's an interesting thought. Although I would think maybe DeBrule, being a lefty, would want to line up on the left side instead of the right. Yeah,
he's so skilled; he can do either.
True. So they're going to have him take the corner. And so Lambert is coming in for Bartolucci. I thought Bartolucci did fine.
I think he did a great job.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to need it today. They're going to need
they're going to switch him back work because but who's going to stand in for Fantaselli, or Gorton? Gorton holding his hip. I hope he's not.
Oh, we haven't seen, Josh has his warm-up on.
Oh, that's a great ball and nothing doing. They come in high enough so they're headable, but they're low, and kind of powerful. Whoops, the referee. That's kind of funny.
Had a little block for him.
Yeah, he's like setting a moving pick. So Aramita, oh
Just
gosh,
talk, boys,
they
just
gotta
talk.
talk. Oh geez, that was a needless loss of possession because they just didn't.
Yeah, we had him outnumbered.
Yep, and that was a lost opportunity. And you better hope that this is not. Oh, he looks graceful when
Like
he does
on the
that.
backhand, yeah.
He looks like
That's
a mail truck
never-
sliding on the ice.
That's a pretty good analogy.
Yeah. Oh.
Hopefully he doesn't listen to the games.
Oh, I don't know. You know, Renaud Pelletier told me, and I'm not sure if he was just pulling my leg, but he says that he watches the games and he takes notes.
Yeah, he's pulling your leg.
I don't know.
I do know they watch him. Nick Martin
Yeah.
will bring up things that we talk about on the thing.
Uh-oh. That is...
Free kick for us.
Yeah, is that Nick Martin?
Yeah, looked like Nick Martin.
Oh, too bad. I hope he's okay.
He looks like he's okay.
Yeah, I know they watch him. I know Fantaselli watches them. Oh, look, and they're bringing him up. They're bringing his skills up to the box.
I think
in
that's a
the
good
hopes that
idea.
we got to get guys back. Well, we do have 3 guys back. So
We do,
got
yeah.
Santoro, Pelletier, and Gorton. That's enough
and they
insurance.
only have one pushing up, so.
Yeah. That should be enough. We'll see how this goes.
That's a nice ball.
Oh!
Yes, get in there. Yes!
Oh!
Ronnie Morgan. No, or was that? No,
I
was that
don't know,
Nick?
man.
I think it was Nick Amaretta.
What
again.
a stunner!
I told you this is his field.
Is this
he owns
Nick,
this place.
Is it Aramita?
Yeah, I think it was.
Wow, that's fantastic.
And it was
Oh
kind
wait,
of
somebody just gave the handshake to Ronnie Morgan. I don't know, but anyway, what was that? We've had one shot on goal and it went in. I mean, so we got 4 minutes left in the half. I think we need to get out of this half.
yeah, that's what you hope for. I mean, to
Right.
be honest with you, they've had a lot better opportunities than we
Oh,
have.
are you kidding? Of course.
And, when we get a free kick from right there, that's one of those.
Well, you know what? DeBrule gave a beautiful, free
ball.
kick, but then
And then someone put a body on it, and
yeah,
then someone cleaned
and
up the
that's-
mess.
Oh,
He might have been off, too.
boy, both the teams are energized. Nicely done by Santoro. Got a foot on it. Can't quite get it out of there.
I would have thought the Nashua player would have put a shot on goal there. He had space right
Yeah.
in front of him, and instead you try to jam a pass in across.
Oh, look at this.
Go get it, Ronnie.
We're not on a wide front here at all.
No, Ronnie came all the way in to get that. But I think he
exactly.
had to, honestly.
No,
'cause there was no
I
support.
agree.
Yeah.
But it's funny. I mean, there's nobody on the right side at all
No.
now that Ronnie's come in. And, oh, boy. Yeah, Nashua South suddenly is waking up. And I hope the second half is not a repeat of that game against Nashua North, right? When the first 15 minutes where they just, literally had us on the ropes for that entire period. And
that was probably some of the worst soccer I think we've played all year.
oh,
in those
yeah,
few
we looked
minutes.
absolutely dreadful.
And
then
they
we scored an
came
own
around.
goal, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? We scored
we
scored an own goal, but it was only a matter of time before they scored.
They were putting a lot of pressure on us. We're
Yeah.
lucky they didn't score. That was some bad.
Oh.
That was some bad soccer for
Yeah,
those few minutes.
if it had been a boxing match, the referee would have called a TKO because we looked terrible.
But you know what? They came back and they kept fighting because the beginning of the game, they controlled most of that game, and then they went through that bad patch. But at the end, it was a slugfest.
Oh, Fantaselli with a nice open field stop, but just can't quite get it. Oh, Aramita wins it though. Oh, a lot of. Oh, nicely done by South to get out of trouble there, or not trouble, but get out of containment. But we're not possessing.
No, but we really haven't been for the second half of the first half.
No, but we kind of go in our shell around the 18, and then oh, jeez, God. Did you see butt sticking out, legs straight, hands outstretched? That's what they teach you at goalie school.
That's actually what they teach you how to field a ground ball. I think that's what he had. He had
don't you
hands
need to
out front, butt down.
Don't you need to
hands
bend
out
your
front.
knees a little bit?
Yeah, I think that's as much as they
It looked
bend.
like he was picking up a dead skunk in the middle of the road or something. Yeah, right. The one that the mail truck ran over in the middle of winter while it was skidding all over.
Well, here we go. We got a corner.
Ay. Somebody's got to tell Isaac to you start from closer to the rear post there.
Yeah, that's where he wants him. If they could hit him up around his shoulders, he'd be much more comfortable.
Oh yeah. Well, then you don't have to. When you're a big man, like bending over and picking things up is murder.
How do you know?
Well, come on. I know. I'm the quote little guy here, but I'm 6'2". What are you? What are you like 6'4"? 6'5"? You are not 6'5".
Oh, I think he is. He's taller than
You're
Isaac.
kidding me.
Yeah.
That can't be right.
When Isaac grows up, he wants to be more like Jared.
You know, I wanna measure you without heels.
Do you think Jared wears heels?
Yeah, sure he does. Oh, you saw that coming. All right, not bad, not bad. But, boy, you know, Santoro's got to keep an eye on that guy because he's been –
But he kept him in front. He at least kept him in front so that it was a contested shot. So he didn't have as much of an angle.
But like Santoro's getting drawn into the center, and this guy's wide, and he's going to cause us some trouble if we don't keep an eye on him. So we are at 2 minutes. By the way, the great controversy over 5 versus 2,
yes.
This seems to be a 2 facility rather than a 5.
But the ref's the one that told him 5.
What's that?
Sometimes they do it half by half.
Oh, Jared thinks it may be different for the first half and the second half.
No, there are some places that were consistently 5. I'm sure of it.
You know, I'll send a ref friend a note about that tonight and see if I can get some conclusion on that.
Oh, nicely done by Lambert to take that step. And
Is
that's
that
it. That's the half. So kind of a shocker at halftime, 1-0. Goffstown leading Nashua South. But, boy, I mean, we scored on our only shot on goal, and Nashua South has possessed the ball like crazy. And, you know, if the defense is on its back heel, Goffstown's defense is on its back heel for the entire 40 minutes of the second half, you feel like South is just going to put something in there because
you certainly worry about that.
Yeah, you really do because these guys are playing in the back. They're not getting much of a break. I mean, Fantaselli and Gorton.
No, they're not going to come out.
They're not coming out, and they haven't been out. They're going to play 80 minutes today, right? If it's you know, ends in regulation, and then you got Bartolucci being circulated. But you know what? Who else hasn't come out is Santoro.
Right.
He hasn't come out either.
No, and he's looked okay. You worry, you know, about his knee and the turf, especially.
Well,
it's not the easiest thing to run on. But
and
he seems to be moving great.
But as far as fitness is concerned, he hasn't played a whole game in, I think, the whole season so far. So you do worry about all those kinds of things. But, yeah, surprise score here, 1-0 Nashua South down 1-0 to Goffstown. So we will bring you second half action in about 9 minutes. All right, so we're back for second half action between Goffstown and Nashua South. Goffstown leading 1-0, which something of a surprise because a 13th place team is beating a 4th place team. But the game's not over yet, right? We still got a long
way
time.
to go, and they put a lot of pressure on.
Yeah.
It does. We did talk to a couple of fans, and it looks like Ronnie Morgan had that goal. Not Nick, not freshman Nick, but I think freshman Nick might have had the first touch on it.
Yeah. Which is great. You know, if you have very few opportunities, you should make the most of those opportunities, and we really did get an opportunity right there.
Yeah.
And we capitalized for once. So that makes, if I remember correctly, that makes 10 goals that we've scored in 10 games. 1 goal per game, which means you have to be perfect on the other end.
We're not going to break any scoring records this year.
We might break
non-scoring records.
Yeah, non-scoring records, right? By the way, according to the scoreboard, each team has 3 timeouts left in the second half.
Excellent.
Yeah, so.
Well, we know that's not shots on goal.
No. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. So here we go. And that's a good ball for this play here that we usually launch. And McNeil, too late. But, DeBrule.
DeBrule handled it.
I thought that window was going to close.
I thought they were going to come in and step through that, but they didn't.
And Gorton looking.
That was a nice touch, too.
Falls Foytho's way. And here we go, yeah.
We definitely hear more chatter on the Goffstown side.
Yeah, they definitely, the defense definitely needs to do that, and you have to do that, especially when you're tired and you don't feel like talking, but this is the way you kind of compensate, right? Because tired guys have got to talk.
Yeah.
Otherwise, things get uncovered and all sorts of mayhem breaks loose. So goal kick, Borges seeing what he can see. And there's, yeah, that's a good 40 yards. And here comes Gorton back. And he's going to try and turn it.
That was better than kicking it the other way.
No,
And
absolutely.
it looks like he's got the throw.
No,
Good for him.
Gordon's got the sense not to try and turn it the other way.
Right.
I mean, you just don't want to do that. That's like that's a U10 move. Not in the middle, right? Those were the.
Yeah. How many times
Not
did
in
you
the
yell
middle.
those words?
Yeah, well, if they had done what I told them to, then I wouldn't have had to say those words, right? Not in the middle. Not in the middle. Turn the thing outside. All right, so Foytho commits the foul, and South is going to take over.
And we got everyone back.
Yep, except for Foytho, basically. Oh, my gosh.
That was a volleyball play.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go,
I
Isaac.
think
Grab that
he
thing.
could have grabbed that thing.
I think he was
honestly.
nervous that it was too far in front of him,
Yeah,
and he just didn't want to mess it up.
just slapped it away.
Yeah, probably broke his wrist.
And that's the end of his volleyball season.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something?
Oh, boy. Well, you never know.
Yeah, let's be honest. This is his first time playing goalie ever.
Are you sure he didn't play goalie for Tri-Town when he was like a U11 or something?
No, he never played goalie for Tri-Town.
Oh, really?
He
Okay.
did play in the summer league when we had the summer league games. he
Oh,
played,
yeah, sure.
but not in.
When did that happen?
This summer.
This summer, okay.
Yeah. So when Miles wasn't around, he was the first one to offer his services, pretty much because he just didn't
Sure.
want to run.
Because it's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot outside. Nicely done.
Oh, nice job.
That was a great job by Ronnie Morgan.
was a good
all the
job
way pushed
keeping it
back.
in.
Yeah, all the way pushed back on defense too.
That's where you tend to give up a corner there, and instead
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know if
that's
you
a
call it
great
a
job.
trap, whatever it is.
No, but it's good to see your right mid coming back and helping out like that on the wing, because these defenders are going to need all the help they can get. Whoops.
Oh, thank God they didn't call dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, but I think I don't know if Pelletier's tired or if he kind of hurt himself on that play a little bit.
He's a little gimpy.
A little gimpy. Yep. Who's going to win this one? Same team here, guys.
Yeah, one of them needed to go.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, you didn't need two guys to help head the ball. One is usually sufficient. Oh, and Fantaselli very close on that ball. Oh, boy.
Good job by Trev.
That's going to be, oh, no, I
No,
was
it
going to
stayed
say
in.
almost white.
Good job, Ronnie.
All right. Oh, but we still can't possess it. And that's a good
pretty
ball.
nice ball.
That's a nice switching of fields there. Oh, boy. All right.
Just where he likes it, up around shoulder height.
Yeah. But, boy, he doesn't look accustomed to being in the box, does he?
No.
He does
The
not.
whole season he's not told he can't use his hands.
Yeah.
Right?
Whoops.
Oops.
Yeah, we better get back here.
Well, and look at 4 on this side.
Yep.
That was a good switch by them.
Nicely done by Santoro. Not really much of an opportunity to, once you get
I
beaten
think
like
that's the
that,
best you
not
can
much.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not much you can do to avoid a corner. That wasn't really a choice.
Nope. That's a better alternative.
Yeah, than having them score. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got to be wary on this corner. Nicely done. See if we can win this. We got a bunch. Oh, jeez.
Go get it, man.
Oh, boy, look at this.
Send it. Send it. Little more.
Oh,
Yes.
that could have been such a.
Just needed to be a little stronger.
Yeah.
But,
And-
oh, and look at it. He comes all the way back over to win the ball.
Yeah,
Good
well,
job, Casey.
kind of frittering this opportunity away. I mean, that's not a. All right. Faster. It's got to be faster. I don't think South is going to give you a ton of time, especially if you're in the middle of the field to dawdle with it. Nicely done by Fantaselli. Yep. Yeah, they're going to call that.
Yeah, and I think
That's
that was
great.
a good call.
God, Fantaselli, and you know how close he marks people too, which he doesn't give them any oxygen, so they can't turn, they can't possess, and he gets his foot in there, and he's remorseless.
Oh, we just missed it.
Yep. We got to win that. Gorton on it. That's not a bad ball.
It's a good try. Did he?
Yeah,
he almost kept it in.
Oh, it's going to be a white throw.
No, he said off a white.
Oh, yeah. All right. I thought he was pointing downfield for us.
No. I think that was a good call.
Yeah, I think so.
It's been a well-officiated game, I think.
Nice. Oh, great recovery by Gorton. And, boy, that was really touch and go. I thought there was a foul about to happen any minute there, and that would have been deadly in the box.
Well, yeah, I don't think we want a PK.
No. No, but, I mean, you see, I mean, they were, like, at each other right in the box there, and I was a little worried. So another corner. Oh, jeez. Is he just doing it to make us, like, make our hearts jump in our mouths? Could like, be. Just for fun, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I know my old man is up in, oh, dear. My old man's up in the stands. I'm going to give him a heart attack.
Now we know how Jared feels, you know, being the father of a goalie. That's a tough place to be.
Oh, yeah.
The only difference is nobody expects much from mine. Miles has won a championship.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing if you're a goalie. If you're a goalie, though, and it's like a penalty kick or something like that, nobody expects anything.
Right.
But if you stop it, oh, my God, everybody thinks you're a hero, right? If you don't stop it, everybody's like, well, we didn't expect you to stop it.
Good step, Renault. Isaac's pleading with people to mark up.
Now the shoe's on the other foot,
exactly,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I got to say, from personal experience as a goalie, you always feel bad about telling everybody else to run harder.
Do you?
Yeah, because you're not really running very far, are you? Oof.
I'm thinking Isaac doesn't feel bad about that.
Yeah, knowing the kind of guy he is, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this game kind of continuing the way it finished, right? Or this half continuing the way the last one finished. We got to talk again, right? Foytho and...
They called something. What they called there?
Oh, handball.
Handball, okay.
Yeah. So I'm not sure who's taking this one. I guess DeBrule's taking this one.
Makes sense.
I guess they had luck with him the last time. Why not give him an opportunity? Boy, and the defense stretching.
I mean, we don't have a lot of people up.
No, we do not. Yeah, in fact, including DeBrule, we've got 5 back. So
right. That's a pretty good ball.
That is pretty far.
That was
okay, let's see if Martin can win this. And he's got Santoro back.
That's a smart play.
Yep, and that is a good ball. Maybe a little longer, short. A little bit in the middle. Oh, boy, that. All right, well, all's well that ends well. Oh, now we're just booting it.
Yeah. That's probably
nicely done by Mason
nice to
there.
Sustain a little bit of pressure.
Jeez,
he's
that
just look comfortable. Oh, here we go. Have one.
Oh, I thought he was going to shoot.
You know, it's not a bad pass, honestly. I mean, there's a little. Oh, boy.
A little too hard and a little too high.
It wasn't a bad play by Foytho. It was a little deep.
Yeah.
But Mason was able to control it and had a nice cross. If we had been a little further away from the goal.
Oof.
Still better. Possess a little bit down here.
Yeah,
you know, we've been under a ton
look,
of pressure.
Why not give it to Gorton? Now we're turning it into a 50-50 ball that Nashua has just won, right?
Oh, we got to switch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nicely done by Santoro.
Standing him up.
Oh, my gosh.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, you know what?
Actually, I think Borges was there, to be honest with you.
No, I know, but
angle.
I mean, but Lambert's got to do a better job on the guy behind him, right? I mean, that ball went over Lambert, and that guy for that right wing there for South had plenty of time to look at that ball. All right, so we've gotten through 10 minutes so far. I feel like the next half hour is going to be really long. So, you know, the defense also doing a pretty good job of covering for each other.
I thought the communication-wise, it's been getting better throughout the whole season, and they've had some moving parts back there. Pick it up. Coach Lovern agreeing with Isaac's dad.
Yeah, you can pick that one up. That was not a pass. That was not an intentional pass to him. So, yeah, he could pick that up. Right.
And I think that's what he was worried about. And that's the experience, right?
Right.
You're just not,
you know what they're going to, you know what they're going to call. You know what they're not going to call. You're just accustomed to the position.
Yeah, and we're used to seeing, we can see up here who touches it and who doesn't. So if you're not sure how that ball got there, you don't want to pick it up if someone passed it to you.
Oh, yeah. South's coach not happy with the non-call on the handball for Fantaselli.
I didn't think that was a handball, though, did you?
I think it might have touched Fantaselli. But you know what? Fantaselli's keeping his hands right at his side.
Yeah.
So
normally if it's incidental, they don't always call that one anyway.
Well, especially if your hands are right next to your body. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. Just in a nick of time.
Oh, get it to the outside.
There we go.
There
nice.
That was a nice pass by Martin.
Oh, you got to turn that ball wide.
Yeah, just not quite. A little bit of a big touch.
Yep.
But it's a great pass by Martin.
Is that going to be a corner? No, it's going to be a goal kick. All right. But I think sometimes our team is a little bit hampered by the fact that there's so many righties and they think righty and they play with their right, and boy, that makes things kind of awkward sometimes, and it means that they don't always see the whole field or play the whole field the way they could.
So who do we have for lefties? Caleb and
DeBrule,
right?
And
is there anyone else? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think that's it. I think you're right. And, of course, DeBrule is usually playing in the middle, so we don't have that guy. Bartolucci's lefty.
Is Bartolucci lefty?
I believe he is.
Yep.
That's why they always put him there, and that's why they switch Lambert to the right when Bartolucci is in. But so he plays left back, and Gorton plays the left side of the field, but then our third lefty, DeBrule, is in the middle. And for all practical purposes, I mean, he is lefty, but he's fairly ambidextrous. Nicely done by Lambert. You can always trust Lambert to get the head on the ball. All right.
There you go.
Nothing.
I'm a lot more comfortable when they miss the goal.
I am in general too, even if you have a good keeper in there, right? So let's see if let's see. Borges is taking his time, looking around.
It's got the Spalding.
Spalding touch.
This is the time to do it, right?
Yeah, right. Oh, no.
1-0 lead.
Yeah, but the Spalding keeper was doing it like 10 minutes into the game.
There was no score.
There was like still 70 minutes left. I know, but still, it was ridiculous. I watched that game on video, and it seemed so agonizingly slow.
During the thing, I noticed it, but I didn't notice it as much. But Jared definitely did. He was mentioning it.
Yeah, but it was weird. I didn't notice it as much when I was watching the game live as when I saw it on video, and I was thinking, geez.
Oh, nice play by Ronnie.
Nice by Morgan. Oh, he's got Martin.
Keep going.
Oh, he's offsides by a mile.
Yeah, you got to come back after that, too.
Yeah. But, he had Aramita out there wide.
Aramita was in a good spot.
Yeah, and so is Martin. And there's no need to dribble it into three guys, right? I mean.
Honestly, I think the reason Aramita was in such a good spot was the other guy was keeping the field wide. But
yeah.
You got to get
in
front of the other guy.
Yeah. No doubt.
See, that's good talk there. That's what they're doing a better job of.
And they're backing each other up, and they're switching men and so on and so forth, and they're doing a good job there. Oh. What's he calling?
Offsides?
I'm not sure. But boy, the referee was really loud and adamant about that call.
Yeah. And you don't see the Nashua coach doesn't seem to be saying anything, so maybe he saw the same thing.
Yeah, or maybe he just didn't see it. A lot of bodies in there.
That looked dangerous.
Oh, it sure did. And we were standing around. I was really worried.
Yeah, the time is definitely not coming off quickly.
Jeez. I know, don't you wish you could play this game like at 1.5 speed? The way you could on video?
I never do that on video. I like to watch the whole thing, enjoy the game.
Well, yeah, but if the Spalding keeper is taking like 30 seconds every time to take a
goal
kick.
You had time to fast forward it there for sure.
Yeah, that's no doubt. So McNeil coming in for DeBrule.
Jackson's getting a cheer from the capacity crowd.
Yeah, those are some of the parents from
Nashua.
His old Nashua World Cup team. Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, that's nice. You like those people. They were nice. They were good people. Nashua World Cup parents, they're good parents.
it's hands in the back.
Yep. They called that earlier.
Yeah. I don't think he displaced him as much. So
Oh, nice pass.
Oh, that's another good pass.
And
just didn't quite sneak it through.
We just can't get more than about 3 passes together.
Martin's had some great passes today.
No, he has.
And I think we talked even at the beginning of the year. He's one of the better passers on the team.
Oh, yeah. And, I remember all the way back to the Merrimack game last year, he had some fantastic passes in that game. That was one of those games where he got a fair amount of time. Oh.
That's a good idea. Go get that.
I thought he was going to pop it over the
keep it in.
The back's head. Oops.
He kept it in.
Yeah, he did. He did. Oh. No, he's got to, he's not going to go anywhere with that, because if he passed those 2 guys, there was a third one waiting for him.
You're not going to get a call there.
No, you're not.
No way.
Well, they were playing it clean.
Yep.
They've got some decent defense there.
That's a great step by.
That is. Oh, nice move.
Good for him.
So we're closing in on 20 minutes for the half, so we're almost halfway through the first half. Said DeBrule, hopefully.
Give it to Renault and have him pound one in from the 40.
Jeez, that would be awesome. I'd love to see Renault score.
I would too. For how hard he's worked, you see kids that work like that. That's why it was nice to see freshman Nick score. You know, because
he works hard when he's out.
He works so hard out there.
Yeah.
So it was nice when you see kids like that get their first goal.
Yep. And they're going to go wide, and now Aramida's got to go chase that ball.
Yep.
Look at that. He's got a lot of ground to cover. Nice step by Gordon.
That's a great step by Gordon.
Big touch.
Yep.
Woof. Somebody's covering for him, I hope.
Yeah, they are. You see Joey kind of taking the guy in the middle.
Yep.
Offsides. Post offsides.
Wow. We are living hand to mouth right now. We really are. Oh, God. You watch a game like this and you're just done for the rest of the evening. It's like I go home and I just go lie down on the couch and take a nap.
I know I've said this a million times now, but all the games have been competitive except for a few. And so they've really been fun to watch. Whether we've come out on the good side of it or the bad side of it or the Tide side of it.
Well, to be honest, I think the only games that weren't close were basically Bedford and Central.
I rewatched that Bedford game. Bedford could have had 6 goals.
Yeah.
Miles just kind of stood on his head.
Oh, look at this.
They're saying
no.
That? Oh, get out.
No,
get
because
out.
the center back was keeping him onside.
Goal kick.
Is that a goal kick or a throw-in?
It should be a goal
There was a lot of English on that ball on its way out.
It looked like a goal kick to me.
Oh, the other game that wasn't, Pinkerton. Pinkerton, we won 3-1. No, 3-0. 3-0. That wasn't as, but still, I mean,
but
you're
even
right.
That one, we scored 2 of the goals in the second half.
Yeah,
right?
and you know what? That's just 3 games, right? The other 7 games were all like tied or within one goal.
1 goal
right?
the whole time.
Yeah. So we are accustomed, I guess, to living on the margin, aren't we?
Yeah. It just makes it fun to watch,
We live on the margin. That's fun to watch, right? Yeah. Whoops. Oh. Oof, nice.
That was actually
that was a hard one to handle,
with a little bounce.
He nabbed it. He nailed it.
I think obviously that's one advantage of having a field player.
Yeah, in the goal
back there now.
Got decent foot skills, right? Of course, you don't want to see people pass the ball to him like that too
the
often.
Thing was skipping.
Yeah, I know, kind of bouncy and. Oh, nicely done. Oh, and that's going to be a throw-in. That's good. Good for us.
I think that's a tough place to throw from too.
Yeah, because you're missing the whole half of the field, right? You can't throw it forward. They know exactly where you're going. Whoops. Yeah, Santoro lost position on him. Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah, but, he was shooting in the right direction, right? Far post.
Oh, absolutely.
Upper corner. That would have been a hard one to stop. So, yeah, we've officially crossed the 20-minute barrier.
Oh, jeez.
Of course, I know it's not official time. Oh, another big ball here.
Yeah,
40 yards.
Be nice if we won some of those.
Yeah, but I mean, we haven't been doing that all season.
We had a few here. I thought Foytho had some nice wins up there.
Oh, that's a nice look.
Let it go.
Too long, too strong.
Let it go and take all your time in the world to go get
lost.
it.
So I used to, when I played in the men's over 30 league, we used to play in Raymond. That was our home field, and it's surrounded by a swamp on 3 sides. And when I was the keeper, and the ball got kicked in the swamp. Our team, we never had subs. We would have had like one sub, or maybe we were a guy short.
And for old people, that's not a good idea.
No, it's not a good idea. Yeah, so I used to go into the swamp and I just hang out there for a couple minutes, you know, and like with the ball, give the team a breather, and then come back out and say, I found it.
So you're like Shrek.
I am just like Shrek.
Yeah.
In more ways than just that one, right? Oh, boy. You don't like the way this is developing.
No, look at 11.
Oh, Fantaselli. Nice clearance. Kind of wish that was a little bit further. Aramita going to, Aramita kind of pushed him around there. Kind of threw himself on his back a little.
But those are the ones you got to kind of watch out for down this close.
Oh, I know. Oh, it's free kick.
Free kick, yeah.
Yeah.
And
This is actually kind of where from DeBrule where it took his from
honestly,
the other side.
Sometimes when they're closer, it's tougher. When you're
Oh,
back
yeah.
here, it gives you
Yeah.
a few more options of what you want to do.
Yeah. No, I agree. Oh, yeah.
Good play, Nick.
Oh,
boy.
My God. By the way, we all know that if you go out to get the ball as a
You
keeper,
better get it.
and you can't misjudge it like that. That was living on the skin of their teeth right
you
there.
know, and good for the defense to come back and
Oh, geez.
put a wall there. That's a
Well.
heck of a backup job.
Oh, my
The
God.
defense
I
did a
can't,
really nice job.
can't believe.
He's got to get that.
Oh, jeez. He's got to get those, though, man, because I'm going to have a
Well,
hard
I mean,
attack
he had
before this-
contact there, though.
No, I know,
What do you
but-
want? You got someone throwing a body at you. He's a
Oh, I
big
know.
boy, but you can still displace him.
But the thing is, right, if you don't have control and
Right.
it's, you know, you don't have control and they knock it out of your bobbling hands, they can put it in, right? And if the referee doesn't give you the call, then you're
gotta
finished.
start.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
Bartolucci.
Go,
Shot!
Bartolucci.
Shot,
We're going to
Bartolucci!
find out if he's a lefty.
No, it's... Oh, my God. I think for a second there, right, he saw like his eyes were wide as saucers, right?
A player that's on defense most of the time,
Oh,
right?
jeez. So he's playing midfield now?
He is. It looks like he's playing midfield
Interesting.
now.
Interesting.
Well, I think it's just they're short on people.
Yeah, I think they're short on people. So they're going to send Morgan and Foytho in, and Martin is coming out, and Aramita is coming out. Yeah, we have a very thin bench right now. We only have
Really
one. Mason's the only one sitting on it now, and Aramita and Martin are going to join him, and that's it.
That's
we
it.
only
We've
have
had
three
three
guys on the
subs.
bench.
Yeah.
We're playing this whole game with 3 subs.
And, you know, and they've played pretty deep on the bench most of the year when we've had players, except for that. I mean, the Alvern game was a similar one.
And that's generally been Lovering's idea, right? Is like you don't make the team. You don't make the team unless you're going to play, right? He's not going to carry guys who aren't playing.
Nope.
So, all right.
Coach Levering telling them to take a deep breath. It's definitely been a little bit of.
I need to take a deep breath.
Yeah.
God.
This has been very dangerous.
Oh my gosh, I know. And they've how many shots have they had? How many shots they've had? I mean, not a ton on goal, although my God, we escaped a couple of times. But they've had a ton of shots. I got to say, like, what we've had 2,
Yeah.
1. I don't know.
There you go. Oh, I thought DeBrule had that
I
one.
thought he did too.
But you can see, I mean, this South team is a skilled team. Ooh, we don't want a free
I
kick
don't know
there.
what was that?
Push. They're saying it was
Oh,
a
it
push.
All right.
Yep.
All right. I got to go get my prescription. I'll do that tomorrow. Get my glasses.
Could be a totally different game for you.
Oh my God. You know, can you imagine? I'll be stunned at how sharply I can see. So DeBrule, what is that? DeBrule and Lambert?
Yeah. Like they don't know how far that is. You know, this yard mark is
Yeah, I know.
right there.
Well, that's the situation where you want to play
There.
dumb. Ooh. Yeah, there are
Go
too
get
many
it.
bodies there. Oh, and you know, it's a little disconcerting that Borges' jersey is
The same
roughly the same
color.
color, and I'm surprised that nobody's pointed that out yet, because that is actually that is an issue.
That's the whole idea, right?
That is a real issue. Yeah, you got to wear something super bright that's different from anything else
Oh,
on
that's
the
a
field.
nice ball.
That is an
Go get it,
excellent
Foytho.
ball.
Oh,
Whoops.
he almost went through that one, too. Good support by Morgan.
And that's out of bounds.
That's
That's going
our
to be
throw.
white. Yep.
Take your time, boys.
Yep. Yeah, scoreboard showing we're approaching 14 minutes left. Oh, look at DeBrule. Oh, DeBrule's wide open. Oh. Whoop,
Bring
don't
it with
forget
you.
it.
Bring it with you. There you go. Have a shot.
Nicely done. You know, by the way, that's not Pelletier's first shot. Pelletier's had shots on the season.
He has.
You know? So
he's been playing a little more midi lately too, which obviously gives him a better chance than when he was playing defense.
Due to injuries and whatnot. Yeah, absolutely. So we've got to bring some numbers back here. And Morgan again coming back on defense.
Good
Nicely
job by
done.
Trevor.
He saw that moment of vulnerability and that dribble there, and he went after it. That's a mark of a very astute defender.
It's a veteran.
Yeah, he's a veteran.
He's
well,
a veteran.
He's got a lot of soccer under his belt. I know he might be a little rusty because he was injured for a while, but before then, you know, soccer was that was his sport. He was playing for GPS.
Oh, and you look at his sophomore year. I mean, he played a lot of.
Oh no!
What'd they call?
What? No, they're calling a foul on
South.
Oh boy, that I don't think that is the proper call, to be honest. I think that's a.
I thought they were calling out, but I might have missed what they were calling.
Well, I was thinking with my luck, praising Santoro, he was going to commit a foul in the penalty
There could have been
box.
something that happened on the other side away from the ball, but
true.
I was looking. I thought there was a little contact down here.
Well, I thought it was Santoro. I thought Santoro
Certainly
was the one.
the South coach is looking for an explanation.
Oh boy. Yeah, there have been a couple of calls that have not been. Well, I mean, I think overall it's been a good game, and the player's safety has been ensured, which is the main thing. But
honestly, there hasn't been a ton of calls.
No, it's been a clean game. But you know, the what happened with Santoro is the kind of thing that's got a greater likelihood of happening if we start getting tired,
right? And
we start getting beat. Ooh,
I mean,
that's
a call. That, yeah. That's an easy call.
So it looks like DeBrule's going to take this one.
Yeah, he should. Yeah.
Yeah. But, boy, that's a long way to the box there. That's a good 40 yards to get to the top of the box.
Well, and we got a lot of guys back, too.
But, look, I mean, you got Pelletier. I mean, well, actually, Pelletier's not terribly open, but
to be honest
that's
with you,
not a bad
that's a nice ball.
That's a long way.
But like you said, there's nothing wrong with passing that ball back and possessing it for a little bit.
Yeah,
right? Because we're trying to get time off
well,
this
and then
clock.
you spread South out a little bit.
Yeah, they're going to call that.
Oof. See, I think that was an accident. That might have been less of a foul than the previous thing, but I think
it was a foul. I hope he's okay. The player looks hurt.
Oof. And I don't think there was any malicious intent on Fantaselli's. I think Fantaselli was playing the ball, and he was just standing there like a wall. And
right.
And
I mean, sometimes there's fouls, and it's not intent. You're just playing.
No, I know. No. Oh, I really do hope he's okay. And the South coach coming out. So what is it? Is he holding his face?
Yeah, I think he got hit in the face.
Yeah.
It almost looks like the nose.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell from up here, but a little bloody nose maybe?
I don't know. Well, boy, I tell you, the nose is really sensitive. So they're taking DeBrule off and putting Mason on.
Was DeBrule the one that was on the play? Or?
No, it was Fantaselli.
So. Yeah. Okay.
It was Fantaselli. I think they're just taking advantage of this moment to do a substitution.
I didn't realize you could sub while they're sitting on the. Jackson feeling better?
Yeah. Well, he had a really bad cold, and really bad cold. And I think today is the first day he's kind of felt normal. But as he said, you know, he's not really accustomed to running around.
No.
You know, and he's still getting over that illness. So I don't think he's. You know, I think maybe he's 90%. He's not 100. So, oh boy. So I hope it's just his nose and it's not broken or anything like that. And I hope it's not a concussion either, because that's a terrible thing. And now South has the ball, and I'm hoping the wall is not covering the middle of the goal mouth and it's covering one side.
I think it is.
That's something that inexperienced keepers don't usually realize.
Well, at least he usually is the wall, though. So you think he
Fair enough. All right. That's going to be a corner? Yeah.
Did it touch us? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dangerous.
Oh, and now we're approaching 10 minutes, Joe.
Not quite.
Well, I said we're approaching. I didn't say we were there. We're approaching 10. But
they played a short ball there.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah, that's it.
And you know what? Some guys are standing around at the top there.
Yeah.
You hate to see that, you know. There's just a little bit of inattention. They'd had a breather there, and that
you
just
weren't
gave the
saving.
space
I don't
for
think you were
South.
saving that one.
No, there's no way
corner.
Borges is keeping that. But there are a couple of defenders standing around just watching that ball, and that's an emergency when the ball's in the box like that. You have to go after that.
Yeah. I mean, they've obviously been putting pressure on for a while.
Oh yeah, I mean, you kind of feel it was bound to happen, but you know. But they hadn't really had a clean opportunity.
No, except for the one when we had
Oops.
regular defenders in our goal.
Right. No doubt. Oh. I hate it. I mean, we're not going to possess a lot, but I hate it when we give up the ball very easily.
Especially in games like this when
now
they're under a lot of pressure.
Right. You got, I mean, the midfield and the midfield and the offense has got to just possess the ball sometime just to give the defense a break, because look at those guys. It's Gorton, Fantaselli, and Santoro have been in this game all day long. And same with Pelletier, who's stacked on top of them, right?
Yep.
I think the only one who hasn't played all the minutes is Lambert. So pretty dense here. A lot of white back there, but nope. All right. Well, that's good for now. That'll take another couple seconds off the clock. To be honest, I think a 1-1 tie would be pretty good coming out of this.
There's a long way to go for that.
I know. Well, 9 minutes and 55 seconds.
Plus 2 overtimes.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, shoot. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you got overtime too.
Yeah. Well, that's the terrible thing, right? If your moment of inattention means then you have to play another 20 minutes.
Right, when you're already a little spent.
Right. And you've only got 3 guys on the bench.
Right. And we got to hope we can get there.
Yeah.
That's it, Colby. And you know what? Really smart play right there.
It's a good ball. It's a little long. But it's a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, you kick it to space, though. There's no people over there.
Yeah. Oops. You know, that's kind of forcing the play a little bit. The ball, you trap the ball a little wide, and then you have to swing.
And honestly, I mean, I know he's not up there a lot, but Colby was in a pretty good location on that far side there. There wasn't anyone marking him.
Oh, that's Bartolucci doing something with not a whole lot there.
Good job, Bartolucci.
Oops. Yeah.
But honestly, he didn't have much to do. He might have had Joe behind him.
Yeah, but
everybody
else
was marked. I mean, in the middle and on both sides. So
you're absolutely right, because they were South was strong up the middle.
Well, it's a little bit of a duff kick.
Yeah, a little bit.
Good job by Andy.
What are they going to call? They're calling him. Yeah, that's kind of a weak call, but whatever.
He did get the arm up a little bit, and I'm sure that's what he's calling.
That's still kind of a call. Oh.
What's that?
I'm not sure. Oh, looks like a push.
Push? I wonder if you're better off kicking it or punting it. And I'm sure Isaac's trying to get this as far away from him as possible. Oh, just missed it.
Yep.
I think some of the line drives, I don't know if they're used
those
to
are
coming in that hot.
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, we don't need that.
Oh. I hope Pelletier's okay. I think he's going to feel that tomorrow morning when he wakes up.
Renault's good. He's a hockey player.
Oh, yeah?
No.
Oh.
Seems like it.
Yeah. He's got the Brad Marchand type mentality.
Oof. A little low there.
It wasn't.
Yeah, frankly, that goal is really huge for Nashua because it puts them back in the game. And frankly, I think the longer this game goes, the better shape they're in.
Oh, I think so. Yeah. I mean,
there's
there's no doubt who's carrying play. And,
right.
you know, if you could get a little bit of luck and.
Well, I mean, think how many shots they've had and how many shots on goal. And, I mean, it's a matter of time when you're playing like that before you score. And, ooh.
Oof. Go get it, Colby. Go get it.
Yeah, Nashua swinging it wide. Nice hustle by Foyth, though, to try and get on that. Oh, that's some great passing. Ooh, what was the call there?
Out of bounds, I'm assuming he's calling.
Oh, okay. So not on us, though.
Yeah, no, right. Goal kick.
Yeah.
That was close. We can't see.
Oh, no, that's not an out-of-bounds call. That's an actual call on something, right? Because it's not a goal kick.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that was.
Oh, it came right to him.
Oh, nice hustle.
Oh, look at him
that.
go. Don't push.
No, don't push. Yeah, I know
he
you're
worked that
excited.
hard.
Yeah,
good for
you
him.
Want to blow it.
You know, that was a lot of individual effort right
that
there.
was fantastic on Foytho's part. So
that's how he was playing at the beginning of the year, and then he got a little banged up, and it's nice to see that coming back.
And I think he was a little rusty, too, when he came back, and now I think he seems to be kind of back in his element.
There comes Colby. He gave him some nice minutes out there.
Bartolucci is off, and it looks like –
I'll tell you, when he comes back in, they're going to mark 13. He had some good –
Whoops. Boy, Peltier's got to get all the way back. Poor guy. Look at this. And, oh, look at Mason closing the distance. Wow.
Oh, that's a great pass.
Oh, and you know what? I don't think Santoro saw that ball until the last second when it crossed his path.
That was a really nice pass.
That was a fantastic pass by South. Oh, geez, I thought that was surely going to be the end. By the way, we are stopped at the 5-minute mark here.
So Jared could be right. Oh, now we're giving up a corner.
Yeah, but we've been at games where they did 5 and 5 before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think that's happening.
No.
You know what? How many games have we broadcast? Offsides.
Yeah, it was clearly offsides.
You know, we've broadcast over 50 games, and I have never seen a successful bicycle kick in Division 2 or 1.
So I heard in the girls' game. I wasn't there. I heard that they had one.
That was against what was it? Pinkerton? No.
Yeah, or
no.
I don't remember.
No. It was a scorpion kick. It wasn't. It wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't a. Yeah. She just kind of flicked it like with her kind of like the outside of her foot over her body like that. It was a nice ball, and the keeper was out. And oh, who was it against? It was, you know what? It was the girls beat somebody 8-1, and they weren't that good. Oh, jeez.
Corner.
Yeah, you got to get your arms out on that one. Oh shoot, no, I can't remember who it was. Anyway, it was a short corner.
Oh. We definitely weren't ready.
Yep.
They played a couple fast ones.
Ooh, Foytho.
Give them someone, boys.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get by Foytho when you're right on the sideline like that.
I'll tell you, it is a good sign because you said this team has scored a lot of goals against lesser competition, and you know, I think this has been similar to a lot of the games we've played where we don't give up a ton of goals, and that's without our starting keep in there, and it's not just the starting keeper. Isaac plays a lot of minutes out there on defense and in mid to give him. Yeah, you're missing him in the field too.
So yeah, you only got the 3 subs. Oh, that is offsides. Yeah, I agree with you. I think you know what kind of a team we are. We're the kind of team that nobody really wants to play because we're extremely difficult to break down.
Right.
And so, you know, we lose by a little bit, we tie a lot, and
yeah, those are the games that if you're a low seed going against a high seed, unless it's a really high seed.
Well, you know, Bedford has shown the capacity to break us open. The 2 minutes left, Bedford showed the capacity to break us open, and so did Central, that blitz. But I mean, nobody else has really kind of.
And even that Central game, that was 2 minutes worth of really tough stuff. But the rest of the game, we played with them.
Wow. Whoops. Yeah, but I mean, you sort of had the sense that they could just unleash that any minute they felt like it somehow.
That's a good step and a pull of the jersey.
Whoops. Look at Pelletier go. All right. Well, I'll take that for $1.
Trevor's playing a lot of minutes today.
I've never seen him play this many minutes this season at all. I mean, he's – oh, so Foytho coming out and Martin coming back in. So let's see if Martin can kind of pick up where Foytho left off. Ooh, that's a low one. So there can't be really that much time left in regulation. Nice passing here. Nicely done. Fanicelli standing him up. Oh, that's the second time he's... Oh, just... Yeah.
Get that one out
South
of there.
can't just quite...
You could hear the South players yelling, hit it. You know,
hit it.
It wasn't a bad cross.
There wasn't a good... Oh, jeez. Wow. You know, with that kind of goaltending, you think like a stopped clock is right twice a day. I mean, he was in just the right spot for that ball right there. Just exactly.
Yeah, Coach Leverin telling Borges to kick the ball out instead of throw it.
There's
not a lot of time left, and we don't want to
give a last minute.
Boy, we've given that up. Ball's out, they said.
All right. Oh, you know what? I think they think it's still in when it's on the white, but the white is beyond the yellow.
The white's beyond, yeah.
Yeah, right. Boy, there can't be very much time left. I mean, I know we had some injury time earlier in the half.
They did stop the clock. He's looking at his...
Oh, that's it. That is the regulation. So, so now we are compelled to send ourselves into overtime here, right?
Another one-goal game, no matter what, or a tie. Those are our only choices.
Yeah, another one-goal game or a tie. I know. How many overtimes have we played this season?
I think we said fifth. I think, right?
This is our fifth, I think. Yeah.
Something like that.
So, you know, if we tie this game, we'll have more ties than we have wins or losses.
Points are points.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, a team that ties a lot.
Doesn't score a lot.
just think, by the way, how good this team could be if we could just eke out a couple of goals every game, right? You know, I mean, the defense.
And I'll be honest, a lot of our ties, though, have we carried the play in those games?
No.
I mean, we haven't. So, I don't know.
But I guess what I'm saying is, you know, with the kind of defense we have, if we could just score just a couple more goals over the course of the season, you know, that would make a huge difference, right? But all these sort of like 1-goal, 0-goal games that we have, I mean, it's hard to win games when you just can't score. I mean, I know I'm stating the obvious, but.
Well, it looks like BG's got a game after this, so BG's playing Spalding.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Jared and I were talking about that game before the start of this game. I think it's like the last and second last place teams in the division are playing each other. I think that's what that is.
I think BG's had some competitive games. They had a good tie in there somewhere. Spalding, I think we were their best game of the year to date.
Geez. Oh my God! I could feel my ulcer growing like while we were watching that Spalding game, you know, and like Fanicelli finally scored just past the 5 minute.
Yeah.
No, there was just like less than 5 minutes left. He finally put one in. I'm like, oh, thank God, because I mean the only thing worse than having to drive out to Spalding is to drive out to Spalding and not get the win.
On a loss,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And what was funny about that game was we controlled more of that game, but the chances they had were high quality chances.
Yeah.
So we were.
No, you're absolutely right.
To get out of there without a goal was.
Oh. Yeah. And that's like that. What is that? It's an hour and a half to get out there.
Oh, plus traffic. That was
that was the Deerfield Fair was going on there.
Deerfield Fair. There was traffic along the whole way.
Yeah.
Jared and I had said, it's going to be nice to be in Division I. We're not going to have these long rides. That ride was no better than any of the other rides we used to take in Division II.
We don't have to go out to Hanover or something like that, you know. And then we got to
hit traffic there.
We have a couple
maybe
of Seacoast games. Like, right, we got to play Exeter, and Dover is going to be at home this time.
Dover's home this time, but Exeter's away.
Yeah, Merrimack will be at home. I don't know that we derive much advantage from being at home.
Well, we don't have to drive as far.
No, I know, but I mean, not we.
I think we drive quite a bit of advantage.
No, but I mean, like the team doesn't derive much of an advantage. Although I think they appreciate not having to drive in the bus for a long time.
I think they play better on a smaller dirt field, though. So if you're going further away, I don't know whether Exeter plays
if you're
on.
saying if they go to a turf field,
Yeah,
it's not going to help them. Like a big turf field like this one doesn't help.
No.
I think that's probably true, but, I mean, our offense shows so little width no matter what. I don't know if it really makes much of a difference.
Well, here we go.
Yeah, here we go with the overtime. So first of 2 10-minute overtimes. Of course, overtime can end at any minute when one team scores.
That's what they say.
Yeah, well.
There's been a lot of no scoring in them. The game was, the fans were freezing the last game that we had. And
wait,
we
which
had
one was that?
So that was our last tie against Londonderry.
Oh,
and the wind was whipping, and they were freezing in the stands. And
Yep.
And, we had a couple friends of the family that were basically like, you know what? It'd be nice if they could put a score in there so we can
go
warm
home.
up.
Yeah, exactly. No, I thought I had overdressed for that game, but by the second half, I was really happy that I had.
I don't think it was quite as cold for us because although the wind was blowing, we were kind of looking into the sun where they had the sun to their back.
Yeah.
Oh, and here we go.
Yeah,
off to the races.
Go. It's like, possession. Oh.
That's a nice give and go.
Oh, nicely done by Fantaselli. But, we just kind of throw the ball away out there. Boy, Fantaselli, I got to say, Fantaselli and Gorton have had a great game today. They really have.
Trevor as well for playing all those minutes.
Yep.
Yep.
But just think how many open field stops Fantaselli has had up the middle, right? When, he's really basically the last guy.
Keep battling. Good job by Jackson.
Oh, nice pass to Martin.
Almost. There we go. Little.
Yeah.
Oh, it stayed in. So you think the refs stay for the next game too, like they do in travel, or they have new refs? I know in basketball they send new ones every game.
That's a good question, and I'm going to guess.
I mean,
there's no reason they can't. What?
I bet you they have new refs.
Really?
Game.
There's no reason they can't do another game. I mean, a lot of these refs will do tournaments and they'll ref all day.
Yeah.
So
they do the same in basketball, but during school games they don't do back-to-backs.
All right, school games are
unless
important.
Someone doesn't show up.
Yeah. A school game. You're saying school games are so important they need fresh eyes.
Exactly.
Right, and fresh legs.
Or it's meant to protect the refs. They had a rough first game. I don't know the main reason for that, but it could be either one of those things.
Oh, Aramita. Oh, Aramita battling away there in the corner. Nicely done. So Foytho ends up with a ball, but
you got to call that. That's an easy call.
Yeah, there have been some hard hits today, but a lot of them have been inadvertent. I don't think South was trying to do that at all.
So went right through them.
So DeBrule. So 1, 2,
probably
3,
a little
4,
far for
5.
a snipe from there.
Yeah,
huh?
I don't think he's sniping from there. I think he's trying to find somebody, but we've got 5 back.
Listen, I think that's how they're going to play these overtimes. It's a really good ball.
God.
Go get it, Joe.
No.
Yeah, they called a push.
All right. But that was a great ball.
They've called a lot of those actually on set pieces.
Yeah, and you know what? On set pieces, especially inside the box, there's a ton of pushing.
And if you can get an advantage, they should call it.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
Not sure Coach Lovern would agree, but looked like a push to the back is what the ref on the far side was calling.
It is what it is.
I think they've been consistent with it.
Yeah, I don't think the refereeing has been bad today at all. I think they've done fine. And you know what? The game is in control, and I don't think they've deprived anybody of opportunities.
You hope for a big touch there. That's what
Yeah.
Look at Foytho.
I know.
He's definitely moving a lot better.
He's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks
like the old Foytho. Oh.
That was actually a good play to take it deep because it was a tough little bounce, and I thought he was going to try to one-time it.
Yep.
He wasn't in a great position to do that.
No, you're absolutely right. So South, boy, big gap in the middle there in the center of the field. And now, South rushing in to fill that gap, but nothing doing there. So Borges hopefully wait a little bit for his men to kind of push up a little bit.
He has more. He has more appreciation for them moving back up too, because he's usually one of the ones being yelled at to move up.
That ball just rolled down his shin there, like as he was kicking it. Oh. Whoop. All right. That's good.
Relax.
Oh, who said that?
Coach, I think Coach said
right.
relax. I think he wanted him to.
Oh, here comes Foytho. Look
I'll
at
tell you,
this.
that's a great job. And it was all Foytho putting the pressure on.
Well, you know, you maybe got the sense that maybe the Nashua's defense has been back there quite a bit too. And you know, late in the game, it's kind of hard to hold your attention.
And honestly, they're bringing a lot of people back as well.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think either team.
Pelletier, you can't do that. Can't jump up because you don't know where you're going to land and how the play is going to develop by the time you reach the ground.
You should rather see that at the 50, though. You don't want the free
No,
kicks.
no.
You don't want the free kicks up
Oh,
around
my
them.
heavens, no. Oh, nicely done. God, DeBrule's got a sure pair of feet. That's
little
too
too much.
Yep.
Yeah, forget about that one, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, hit the reset button.
Nick, especially as a midi, and even when he's playing forward, he does come back and help out a ton on defense.
No, he really does.
Yeah.
And usually, I mean, his passing is better than that.
Yep.
We've seen some games where his passing has been just out of sight, and he's made great decisions. And, you know, he's still young. He's a freshman. He's just trying to figure this all out.
I think the North game, when you looked at his best game of the year, the North, not because he scored.
No.
But you looked at all of the times that he made good passes, possessed the ball.
Oh, that was a great
good
ball
one,
by
too.
Aramita. That was, yeah. But you know what? When you're that age, you're still getting used to the speed of play and the game and so on. And these guys who are big and physical and strong and fast, you know, he could be a monster in a couple years. Look at McNeil. Oh, the passing.
Just a little longer. Little.
Oh, look at DeBrule. Look at DeBrule.
Yeah, they're not
all right.
call that, are they?
Oh, that was not a great pass. Oh.
Ooh, now they're countering.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard Isaac so vocal.
That's good. Well, no, but he's talkative. He's talkative on defense. DeBrule tells me that Isaac is good at commanding. No, he's good at commanding the back. He's good at commanding the defense, and that's good to have a talkative guy. That you'd rather have that than something else. Ooh.
Possess the ball, boys.
You know what? Yeah, and there was no need for that because he had time. He had plenty of time.
He's got two guys around the one person who passed him. Go get it, Joe. That's going to
that's
sneak
a
through.
great
One
ball.
more touchdown, Marita.
Yeah, this team's got to realize that it is way more exhausting to win the ball back than to make a good pass, you know?
But again, they're using the field is what you got to look at. You know, we could have used a little more field, and it makes the pass that much easier. Because the defender can't defend it.
No, you're absolutely right.
Goffstown throw, getting close to a couple minutes.
Fantaselli. All right. Oh, you do that. That's not a bad ball, but Pelletier can't hold on to it. Oh, boy. And you know what? South attacking on a fairly narrow front right now. Now they're widening it a bit.
Much narrower.
There's something about Isaac's body language that is so uncertain. Like he's just learning how to walk or something, you know, when he's catching that ball. But you know what? He's hanging in there.
I mean,
you know?
for
Are you kidding me?
Never playing before.
Never playing before. 2 keepers are out, and we're asking this guy to do this thing in a really tough game against the 4th place team in the division. I mean, that's
right. Under a fair amount of pressure. Luckily,
Oh,
they've missed the goal probably more than
well,
they.
Not a lot of shots on goal so far.
No.
And we are below the 2-minute mark for the overtime period. And I got to say, like, Goffstown's still showing some decent energy here. Oh, look, we got some guys up, but we got to.
I think he's just bringing it back now. I thought he had Foytho at the beginning of that play.
Oh, that's not. We can't throw the ball away. We got all those numbers up. Now those guys all have to run back.
Good step, Joe.
Oh, and he got on the wrong side.
Well, I thought he was going to get it. But
yeah, but when you do that and you miss, then the guy's off
quite
to the
a
races.
few back, though. I mean, you had Renault was back. He was chipping.
True.
You had 3 of the defenders back there. It's at minute left. It's probably not a bad place to take a chance.
So we're going to ask DeBruhl to kick the ball.
It'd be nice if you just kicked it right in the
40
net.
yards. From here, that's not happening. I'm sorry. I think it's going to be everything he can to get it into the box. That's like 35 yards.
Oh, go get it, Ronnie.
Oh, all right. That's another shot on goal.
It is.
And Lambert looks hurt. And
yeah, you know, he was a little gimpy when he got up the last time.
Oh, now he's getting back. But if he's really hurt, then he should sit down.
I don't think that's in his mentality.
No, it's definitely not. You got to give the guy credit because he is a fighter.
He's a fighter. He gets bounced around.
Oh, that was kind of a crap foul.
You got to be not a lot of time left.
Nope.
I didn't even see the ball start. It started it quick.
Yeah, it was a quick start.
What did they say? How many seconds? 20.
Nice, Lambert. There you go, attaboy. Next time, kick it upfield, right? Kill a little bit more time.
No, that's got to be time now. Oh, is that the throw?
Oh.
That seemed a little chintzy there.
A little iffy.
Oh, and they're going to give him the corner here. Nope,
no, that's it. All right, so Goffstown, like, stubbornly refusing to roll over and die.
That's what this team's done all year, though. They really,
they
really have.
Oh, like that Hornet? Yeah, what? We're refusing to die. No,
we don't want PETA calling us. Easy.
You know what? I remember like Mike Santoro. Was it last season or the season before? He asked me, he's like, if I could use some sort of historical analogy, for the game or something like that. And you know what? If I had to compare this game to a battle, it would be the Battle of Hastings. Anglo-Saxons are up there, up on the hill. They got their shield wall, and the Normans are banging away at them all day long, and it was 9 hours. And then eventually the Normans broke through and killed King Harold and annihilated the Anglo-Saxons. But it took them a hell of a long time to do it. And
I hope we don't get annihilated.
I don't think we're going to get annihilated. The stakes are a lot lower here,
And I'm glad we won't be going 9 hours.
So my dad was not the great Santini, but he always used to say that we make kids do sports because it's sort of a substitute for war and competition and so on and so forth. Yeah. And so anyway, that's the way I used to play soccer, like it was war.
Now, do you wish they ended these games on PKs? I mean, they do it in the playoffs, and so you wonder whether it wouldn't be a bad idea to practice that during the season.
Yeah, but
how much more time?
That's what practice is for.
Yeah, but play one. Yeah, but is it the same in a practice as it is in a game? I don't think so. I mean, you can do whatever games you want.
I mean, I do find it
so instead of doing 2 overtimes,
yeah.
do 1 overtime, do some PKs, because you championship games get determined that way.
Right.
And you get to practice it in practice. And I know Coach Levin practiced it a lot. And when they beat Lebanon, that was one of the points that he made is we practice it every day, even though know you're not going to have a ton of them in the game.
Right. Well, I mean, it's an interesting thought, but it's like, okay, so why even have overtimes? Why not just call the game like at at regulation?
Oh, I like overtimes.
But then the team is utterly spent. We're going to have to go play on, what is it, Friday?
Thursday.
Thursday. So we got 2 days.
Thursday home game against Salem.
These guys are going to be spent like crazy, especially because, what is it, like 14 guys have carried us through this entire game, and now, I'll bet my house that tomorrow they got the day off. I mean, don't you think?
Well, I know originally they were supposed to because Coach Leverin's son had a game, but then he got a red card, and so he can't play. And so Isaac was really bummed.
Well, I don't know. I
think he was going to send Isaiah a note saying, "Hey, man, you're giving us an extra practice."
Well, I don't know. I don't think if they have a practice, I think it's going to be light, right? I mean, they've taken some days off, and I think with good results, right?
Yeah, I think they have. They've played well after the time after they've taken some time off after, and they work hard.
No, they do work hard, and that's the thing, right? I mean, you do want them to taper a little bit. Oh, look at this look. Oh, all right, that's going to be a corner. DeBrule was looking for Morgan. Or no, who's on the right there?
Morgan.
Is that Morgan? Yeah,
that was Morgan.
Boy,
honestly, the ball, it was a pretty nice pass to be.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get I'm going to have to pick up my prescription.
So Tiago's coming up.
All right, so we're bringing a fair number of people. We're keeping 3 back. Gorton's all the way back. We got Santoro in the circle and Bartolucci.
Who's taking the kick? Is it Joey?
Yeah. Where's the Brule? Is he in there? Yeah, he is in there. Oh, low. Yeah, you know why? Joey's taking it because he's on the left side.
Yeah.
Oh, control it. Oh, that would have been awesome if that went in. Bartolucci. You know what? They would put him in a Cadillac convertible and parade him through downtown Goffstown if he made that goal. Oh, it's going to be out of bounds.
Goffstown throw.
You know, I think we got to realize that this game's been hard on Goffstown, but I think South is just, this is a long game for them too, you know?
Yeah, but they've got 12 players
I
on the
know,
bench.
but I think they're making a few more mistakes than they
I
had
think
at the
so,
beginning.
yeah.
I think they're, I mean.
There was a time right before the end of the first half and the beginning of the second where they were pretty much dominating.
And I'd say throughout the game, the possession has definitely been in their favor.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been the ones who've been carrying the play, but they seem to be making a few more mistakes here and there. And I mean, I don't know what the philosophy is at North, you know, who do they have on the team and whatnot, but I don't remember seeing a ton of subs today. Do you?
No.
Oh, nice.
It's the one little step back that makes me nervous after he fields it. Like he's got to, cushion the ball in.
The thing is, and I mean, you know, obviously he's not the regular keeper, but, you know, when you watch Green play, he looks kind of graceful back there and he looks super comfortable and he just he moves really elegantly.
No,
hands on the shoulders. Yeah.
Yikes. Yikes.
You know, okay, they're going to call it what, right?
We did push him out a little further.
Yeah. We got a good spot, just like in the NFL.
A good spot would be the other side of the field.
Well, yeah. No, but for them, Nashua
they're
South,
playing it. Here it comes.
Oh, my God.
That bounced off someone.
My God, I got to say, he's done a great job back there, but he's also been pretty lucky.
Hey, that's how I go through life. Better be lucky than good. Oh, come on.
No. Oh. You know, if there was that
he's got to get a foul here. Don't get a foul. There you go. You know, to be honest with you, you'd hate to have that go the other way. You'd hate to have a game end on a PK. But you also got to be careful when you're coming back on defense like that, you know?
You don't think that's a makeup for the Santoro non-call?
I don't think it's a makeup. I think they don't want to have a game.
Decided
I don't think
that
they
way.
want to decide a game that way. But, you know, I think that'll be a teaching moment for the Nashua coach. You know, that's one that's very risky.
Well, I think he's just going to tell his player, don't foul in the box, right? I mean, that's the lesson right there. So Fantaselli coming out to the right side. That's going to be a nice cross. Yeah, but they just can't get ahead on it. Jeez. You know, I was saying we're the team that nobody really wants to play. We're like the Honey Badger team, you know? Like the Honey Badger's in his little cave and just like, you know. Nobody wants to take on the Honey Badger in his little cave.
No.
We're not going to score
That's
at all.
Great
that is a
kick.
great ball. That is a long one.
That is. The other kicker will have his chance now.
That was like a good 45. What is that? That ended up on the 45 on the other side of the field.
Yeah, he's kicking it back behind the.
Yeah.
So it's more than what the yardage marker shows.
Oh, look at this. Oh, that's a nice look. Just not
almost.
Quite there.
It was honestly a pretty nice pass.
Yeah.
Little different run, and I think that's
not a handball. All right. No, I agree with you. I agree. All right, I'd be happy if they just dribbled in this corner here, right?
Oh, this is where it finds Joey.
Oh, that's off of blue right there so far. All right, so there, and that ball's off in the parking lot. By the way, they've got a ball boy here too, and he's pretty efficient. Yeah.
Renault, we need a big throw here.
Yeah, designated.
This is a lot harder field to have a big throw on, though.
Well, yeah.
It's not like where you can get it into the box. You're not getting it into the box here.
It's funny, Renault is the guy who's got the big throw in, right?
It'd be nice if someone gave him someone short, right?
Jeez, look at that.
It's a pretty good throw.
Oh, nobody's at the top of the box to get that.
Doesn't seem like we're ever at the top of the box.
No. Oh. What the heck? That was a scorpion by McNeil.
Can you imagine
Holy
if that
mackerel!
one went in? That was close.
That would be a highlight reel. Adam McCoon would be all over that.
Oh, it's got to be. Why are they? Of course, that's a corner. What's you all think? Oh,
I don't know.
Boy, that would have been a great way to end a game.
So we're more than halfway through this period of overtime, the second period. That's
a great ball. That's right there.
Ah! And that was that Pelletier who got his head on that?
I think it was Pelletier.
Wow. And
honestly, that was a perfect ball.
That was perfect.
Curving right in towards the goal like you want.
Pelletier, the shortest guy on the team, is holding his head like, he's all down on himself for not getting that ball in. But, jeez, nice effort on his part.
A great cross.
That was a great cross. We've been well served by our free kicks today. Look at that. Nicely done. He gives a head up to that guy, and he still gets the ball. All right, let's see if we can just kind of make this ball bounce all over the place for the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes left.
Yeah, 3 minutes left, and we haven't seen any injuries yet.
It's dangerous. Push up.
Oh, boy.
There you go,
There
boys.
you go. Now Foytho's got to run with this. Whoops. Nice play there by South. Oh, but somebody's got to take this guy on here. Oh.
Thank you. Ooh, that had a funny bounce.
Yeah, that kind of skipped.
Did you see the bounce on that one?
It skipped.
Ooh, you wouldn't want one to go in cheap like that.
I wonder if, as the night goes on, it's going to get a little moist out here and the ball's going to start bouncing
I would
a bit.
think so.
Whoops, wrong way. Oops, oh dear.
Now they got numbers.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh my.
Yes!
You know what?
Buy that boy an ice cream cone.
Oh my God, I can't believe that. Otto von Bismarck spoke about the luck of babies, drunks in the United States. And
yeah.
You could add Isaac Borges to that list, man.
Hey.
That was
harder
fantastic.
you work, the luckier you get.
No,
you know?
I hear you. You know what? Napoleon said he'd rather have lucky generals than skillful ones. Holy mackerel.
And now we're below 2 minutes.
Yep, we sure are. And I think this would be a pretty big result for us.
Honestly, this game, the Londonderry game and this game, if you tie them, I know you hate to have ties, but those are good ties.
They're better than teams. Losses, especially against good teams like that. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Let's not count our tie before we get there.
No, I
Come
agree
on,
with
boys.
you. I think they're trying to contain here. Ooh. Nice by Santoro. No, there you go.
There can't be a ton of time left. What do you think, Jared? One minute?
All right, we just have to – we got to hold on here and just keep our focus for the next minute or two. Oh, yeah, he's going to come up the line again the way he likes.
Oh, yeah,
that's out of bounds. Yep. All right, now let's pull the Spalding keeper move.
Oh, please.
Wait, why is he in such a hurry? He's got to wait for his team to push
up
anyway. He wants to win. That's a nice ball. Look at that. Ball. So he's kicking that from the 5 to the other team's 45. Oops, that's not the best ball you want to see right in that situation.
Oh, just more pressure. Don't give him baseline.
That was a 50-yard goal kick that we just saw. I hear 30. Thiago and Jackson need to be turned on.
I don't know what that means, but offsides.
Offsides.
Hey, good call by Borges too.
Wait, why is he in such a hurry?
Because he wants to win. Coach is telling him to get it up there.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's a great kick.
That is a great ball.
Could have been a shot on goal.
That was a long one.
That's
all right. Wow.
You know what? We'll take the tie there.
What, are you kidding me? Look, you know what? That was fantastic. And you know what? I'm going to guess South is going to look at this as the equivalent of a defeat, really.
Oh, I think so.
I mean, they had us on the ropes all game, and we refused to go down.
Everybody coming out and congratulating Borges.
Yep. Oh, he had a great day. You know, they asked him probably the worst job of the day, right? I mean, to do something you've never done. Yeah, exactly. So, fourth place team. Who's that on the is that? Oh, please don't tell me that's DeBrule at the half line there.
I think he's dead.
Line face down on the ground. Yeah, there we go. That is DeBrule. All right. So, yeah, I mean, what a fantastic result for us. I didn't think we were going to come in here with a tie, let alone, you know.
On a game where clearly South carried most of the game and, you know, we got, like you said, a little bit lucky, a little bit fortunate, but they kept fighting the whole time and that's a good result. I think that's a great result.
So that rough patch that we had, right, with Bedford, Londonderry, and South, we came out of it with one 1 loss and 2 ties, which is actually better than we could have done. I mean, I suppose we could have come away with a victory here. That
right.
That moments inattention on the goal cost us. But considering that we're playing a team that's 8-2.
No, and let's be honest, there was probably some other chances that we got a little fortunate on.
Yeah, well,
so
we got very lucky.
Even if you gave up a goal, there was other ones we could have. So it was
you want to get beat though. You want to get beat, not beat yourself. But you know what? This is a fantastic result, and they played really, really hard. And here's a team that makes the most of its limited resources to kind of eke out these.
Yeah, especially today
points.
Without a lot of subs.
Not
many subs.
3
today.
subs and a keeper who's not the usual.
Never
keeper.
played a game.
Yeah exactly. So this is actually pretty good. I think this will be a good one. So
we get off to Salem next, which is going to be. And I think Salem's playing better now. We would have been better to play Salem earlier.
We have to go to. Is it at Salem?
Home.
Oh, it's home.
I don't even remember at Salem last year. We had the band behind us.
That was the tiny
field.
little field. It was a tiny field the size of a postage stamp.
Too many men on the field.
And there was all that mud
goal.
on the field. Yeah, I remember they called Kyle Pinard off. Yeah, I remember that now. Okay, so that's going to be at home. So
yeah.
Oh, very exciting stuff for us. So. All right, so we will bring that game to you. That'll be a home game. That'll be on Thursday. And from Stellos Stadium in Nashua, I'm Hugh DeBrule with Joe Borges, and Jared Green is behind the camera.